Thank you, Mr. Barletta. And do any other members wish to be recognized? Ms. Edwards is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, that's working, that's for sure. Good morning, and I thank Ranking Member Barletta from our subcommittee as well. I'm glad to be here at another full markup. I have to admit, when I first saw the prospectus and the resolution for the 15-year lease of the for the FBI, I was a little bit concerned, and that's because on November 15th, GSA issued an advertisement for sites for a new FBI headquarters, which was placed online at ops.gov late that Friday afternoon. And honestly, I was wondering if this was a way that GSA was potentially not going to complete the total consolidation of the 20-plus FBI locations in the region into the new headquarters. But after conversations with my colleagues and a variety of conversations at the staff level with GSA and the majority and minority staff of the relevant subcommittee, I feel a little bit better. And I do want to thank the staff, the majority and the minority staff, for clarifying some things. But I want to ask the chairman if it's his understanding that this resolution is not likely to be used for the entire 15 years, but until a time that the FBI headquarters consolidation project is delivered, whether that's for 5 or 7 years from now.
That is my understanding, that the prospectus does explicitly state that they can negotiate a flexible lease in consideration of the planned consolidations. That's my understanding of it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And as you know, interested congressional staff were briefed by GSA and OMB on their plans at just 1 p.m. on November 15th. And when that meeting concluded at 2, our staff thought that the issuance of the site advertisement might not come until late on Monday afternoon. But less than a half hour later, the Washington Post actually had an article posted on their website entitled General Services Administration Seeks 50 Acres for the New FBI Headquarters Campus. In my opinion, that doesn't meet with the spirit of congressional notification, and I hope we pay attention to that. One of my remaining concerns is that it appears that both GSA and OMB believe they have the exchange authority to move forward with a $1 billion project without further authorization and approval from this committee, nor consideration by the Appropriations Committee. And, Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to know whether, in your opinion, how would it be possible for GSA to construct such a large project without congressional approval?
Well, I don't believe they have that authority. It is a large project. It's complicated. And they've never used the exchange authority in this way before. So if you're going to have the project this size, I believe there's going to be strong congressional oversight of this. So we'll proceed in that manner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I really do appreciate those clarifications. You stated previously that you want to increase competition and get the best deal for taxpayers in light of our fiscal constraints. And I know that Mr. Barletta has stated the same. And so I actually do fail to see how GSA's current plan would actually accomplish that. And I look forward to working with this committee and receiving GSA's response to your question in a timely manner. And with that, I yield back my time.
Mr. Chairman.
I thank the gentlelady, and with that, recognize Mr. Barletta.
Thank you, Chairman. I just want to state for the record that I share Mrs. Edwards' concerns. The purpose of the FBI project, as explained in our FBI hearing, is to consolidate 3 million square feet of their D.C. area offices to a 2 million square foot campus, save $50 million a year in taxpayer rent, and address the security concerns of the Hoover building. I don't think many people believe that this can be achieved through an exchange only. So it is unclear what GSA is trying to accomplish and whether or not it will save any money. And it is not clear what authority would provide GSA the ability to build a $1 billion FBI campus without this committee's approval, when the Public Buildings Act requires GSA to get approval for projects over $3 million. GSA has never used its exchange authority in this way, and for a project of this scope and magnitude. I raised this issue at our last subcommittee hearing and specifically requested GSA Administrator Tangarlini provide the committee with a written legal opinion. We have not yet received the requested legal opinion, and I look forward to working with Mrs. Edwards and other members of the committee on this very important issue.
I thank the gentleman. Does any other member wish to be